Good evening, ladies and James. This is the iApple guy. I kind of sound like that guy who used to do baseball calls. So welcome to iApple the World on YouTube. I am iApple Guy Kingsley, and tonight is my special video review of the new Lightning connector and plug for the iApple 5. Released in, mid-September is when it came out? Mid-September 2012. So tonight in this video what we're going to do is we're going to look at this plug, obviously. We're going to compare it to the plug that we were working with prior to this from Apple. Compare it to a separate cell phone company's connector. And then compare it to some items that, as you can probably see up there a little bit, that are relatable to it, so you can kind of get an idea of really what the sizes you're dealing with on this plug and this connector. So let's get right into it. Let's start by looking at the plugs. Okay, so I'll put the connector aside. This is the connector for the for Apple we've been working with for the last few years. This is the one I use for my iPad. Now, my iPad came out less than a year before this, but even by the time this came out, in less than a year, the technology and their streamlined design was significant, as you can tell. This is a lot larger, and it's taller and thicker. This is, I would say, about a medium-sized square, the old plug we were working in, whereas this is significantly smaller. Like when I look at them, to me it looks like this is about, I want to say, between a third and a half, like 1/2 and 1/3 the size of this device right here, of this wall plug here. So that makes it, to me, very, very portable tool that you can easily carry around with you if you need to make sure you have a way of charging your phone. They both have the USB connections on the back of them, so they do, they can be separated from the connector cords so that you can use those for other things as well. So let's move these aside, and now let's take a look at the connectors on the other end that go to the phone. This is the new Lightning connector right there, and this is the connector we've been working with. Night and day, huh? Night and day. In my opinion, the Lightning connector that's on your left is probably about 5 to 6 times smaller than the one that's on this on the right. For those who have sight impairments or whatever, so it's a significantly smaller. I mean, we're talking. I think you'll kind of get the idea, but it's very small. The Lightning connector is probably about the thickness. I'm going to say if you took the pen ink stick out of a pen, it's about 1.5 times as thick as that pen ink stick the Lightning connector is. So very, very small, whereas this other one is basically the size of a quarter. So you can tell by comparing that, it's significantly smaller. The one disadvantage of this new connector, and it's really the only disadvantage I can come up with so far, is that you cannot use this obviously on your older devices. And if you want to connect your new iPhone 5 to any of your previous accessories that are pre-September 2012, once again pre-September 2012, you're going to have to buy an adapter that converts this Lightning connector into this original connector that we had before that. And that connector is, I think, $30 to $40. You can probably find it cheap some places on eBay or whatever. But that's the only disadvantage I can come up with. I'll tell you one of the things I really like about this Lightning connector. Now, I've charged both my iPad and I've charged both my iPhone, and they have not had a lot of use. I'm just starting to really get into this more and more. But I think this Lightning connector charges the phone faster, believe it or not. This, in combination with the plug, I think it charges the phone faster. My phone seems to charge from about 20% to 100%, and I'm going to say about 30 to 40 minutes. So I've been really impressed with the speed of it, whereas this takes about an hour, a little over an hour, for me to charge my iPad. So I think that's a really great advantage. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about the phone too. Now let's get back and bring in the plug here. And we got our lightning connector here, and I think I should probably move these up because I want to show you a comparison with another cell phone company's plug. So this is what I think is a small plug for a cell phone company to actually offer. This is from my Straight Talk phone, which I had previous to actually joining AT&T for the new iPhone. So as you can see, it's probably about half the size of this plug, which obviously makes it more portable. The other advantage is obviously that you have this separate cable connection cord, which allows you to connect this device to your iPhone to a computer or to the wall plug. So it has a multi-purpose use. Whereas this connector, and it's not the case on all, some do have USB cords that plug into the wall plug connection point, but not a lot of them, not all of them. And it's kind of a weird thing when you're dealing with the Android market, because you want something that you can use to plug your phone up if you have pictures and put them on your computer easily and not have to send them through email. With this, you're going to either have to go buy another connection point, cord that has a connection similar to this, that you can plug into your computer and find a way to make it communicate with your phone, or you're going to have to, buy a phone that utilizes that kind of an interchangeable cord. This cord makes it very easy for you to plug to your computer and to your phone. Once again, the only thing that's a disadvantage is the lightning connection, but the lightning connection goes to your phone. The USB is the same as it always has been. It's not a mini, it's a regular sized USB, and it will connect to your computer or any device that has a USB. Even your television, technically, it will connect to that. So it's not any change in the size of it. As you can see, it's not any thicker. As a matter of fact, it's thinner than this one, and just far more portable. So if you look at it, you can tell that that's kind of an example of how much smaller the technology is than even the competition out there. So now let's go, and I'm going to move this cord aside. We're just going to focus on the plugging in, because I really want you to get a good idea of the relationship of size on this device to some other relatable items, as you may have seen earlier. Now this is like a nail polish, or I don't know what you call it, but let's just call it nail polish. It's a lot easier. Putting this next to this new lightning connector plug, the wall plug version, part of it rather, you can see it's smaller. It's significantly shorter than it. It's not as tall, and it's really about the same width. If you can see right there, I probably can't. It's going to be kind of hard to do that, but it's not any thicker. It's almost the exact same width, but it's smaller in size, and it's smaller all over. It's just, this is, if you're a young lady or a young woman, and let's say that you want to carry a few things with you. You want to carry some lipstick, maybe you want to carry some nail polish because you have to hurry off for whatever, and you're gonna get ready on the road or whatever. You want to carry something this size in your pocket. Now, relate it to, let's say your phone is dying and you're going over to your friend's house and you need to grab the last few minute things you can take with you. Easy to take this, throw it in your pocket with your cord, and it's not going to be bulky. It's not going to be like this. It's not going to be kind of a nuisance in your pocket. This is probably going to fit in and be very comfortable in there and not irritate you. So that's one comparison. This lightning connector wall plug compared to the nail polish is much smaller. Now for guys who don't know a lot about nail polish or carry it around, let's compare this to something as simple as a battery. This is a 9-volt battery, okay? It's the exact same height. The exact same height. From top to bottom, they're the exact same. This is not hard to carry around in your pocket, clearly. The wall plug is probably about a ½ an inch thicker than the 9-volt battery, but that's about it. The width is pretty much the same. Other than that, it's really not much of a difference. So as you can see, with this and this together, it would be very easy to, let's say you have to go off when you have to go on a trip or whatever, and you want to have your wall plug and your cable accessible very easily in case you need them, to grab this stuff and put it in your pocket. A lot easier than a lot of things. Like I said, the disadvantage, anything pre September 2012, accessories that you've got, if you want to make this phone, the base on this phone connect to those kinds of devices, you're going to have to buy the adapter so that you can connect. But other than that, it's actually a very, very great innovation from Apple, and a great new tool and development of technology, multi-tool actually, for us. So I think I've rambled enough, but I hope you get an idea, and I hope it helped you to kind of get a comparison between this and some other common items that we have around our lives. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, I guess you can say you disliked it too. It's the same thing. It gets acknowledgement for it, but I appreciate any thumbs up, comments, questions you might have. Please feel free to leave them in the box below. I will be doing, more vlog videos and adventure videos and then other technology comparison things. Like I'm going to do an accessibility video soon. But that's it for this one. Feel free to subscribe if you like, and look for more videos from the iApple the World channel here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and have a grand night. Live on, my friends. Live on.